Take her medal off. After all of take her medal off. Was it you, Mr. Simone Biles, who was flying through the air yesterday? Was it you who spun like a top 30 times in the air and landed without stumbling? No. You were taking notes in the audience, and I thought that was cute. I was going to give him a pass. I thought him keeping score in the audience was kind of cute. And I was gonna take it easy on him. To open Instagram, why is her medal around your neck? For the picture? For the picture that you post? After all we've learned nothing? What a choice. What a choice. In the audience, he does look like pretty studious though, and like he's like really paying attention. Let her wear the medal for the picture that you post. After everything that's gone on, that could be a pretty simple PR move. He's like, this is my only time to wear a gold medal around my neck, so I guess I'll just take this chance now. Not like I already got made fun of by the entire internet for trying to overshadow my wife and undermine her accomplishments. Even I don't think he means to. I really don't think he means to. I think he's just like, I don't know. Somebody took the picture and thought, this makes sense, given the history. This is a good idea. Whoever took the picture is a hater. These people just need more friends who will tell them what things appear to be if they want to avoid the comments. Because go look at the comments on that picture. All of them are like, wow, odd choice. I don't even remember your name, Mr. Simone Biles. It's egging it on.
The person who took that picture isn't the hater here. That'd be you. And women just like you. Feminists are dedicated to undermining men and making other women who are happy as miserable as they are. Misery needs company. It doesn't just love it. And she's not alone. Here's another overweight, over-opinionated American black woman putting her 2 cents in and her nose where it simply does not and never did belong.
Simone Biles' husband is at the Olympics keeping scores. I'm sorry, not Simone. Wait, are we still calling him Simone Biles' husband? Jonathan Owens is at the Olympics keeping scores like you're supposed to. Thank you. Like you're supposed to keep them scores. I just saw him. I saw a clip and he has his little notebook, he has his little pen. I'm like, yeah, do that. Keep the scores as she collect them medals. And don't be going on no podcast talking crazy, talking about how you didn't know who she was. You didn't know who she was when y'all met? You didn't know? Okay, Jonathan Owens. But anyways, I just saw him and he had his little notebook. I thought it was so cute. I was like, okay, this is how you support your wife. Okay? Don't forget who she is.
There's nothing more that unwanted women want than to see a woman who's actually been selected, taken down, and just as miserable as they are. Remember, guys, Jonathan Owens has spent his entire life, probably from Pop Warner football, learning football. That's been his life, and he's locked in to the point where he actually made it to the NFL. How many guys wish they had that opportunity? How many guys in college wish they get drafted? He's married to a woman now. Of course he knows her, you stupid fuck. He's married to a woman now who's in a sport he's never done, whose skill set is nowhere near close to adjacent to his. Different scoring system, different deduction system. Everything about what she does differs from what he does. But he loves her. And he's interested in what she's got going on, especially now that she's on the biggest stage in the world. Why wouldn't he be there making sure he's keeping track of everything? Because there's a lot to process. If you aren't a gymnast and if you aren't dedicated to following it, you are going to be lost if you aren't paying attention. These people are so useless, bro. But to her credit, Simone Biles clapped back at these morons for whose help she never asked for. She wanted all the smoke. Starting with that curly-haired idiot from the beginning of the video. Roll the clip.
Simone Biles commented on my video. Simone Biles, Olympic gold medalist, most decorated gymnast of all time, took time out of her day, I think she's at the Olympics, to comment about the situation about her husband wearing her medal. She said, crazy thing is, I put my medal on every single one of my family members and took pictures. So don't ever make assumptions like y'all are so fucking miserable. Leave us alone. I'm honored to be told to fuck off by such a talented woman. Yeah, she told us to shut the fuck up, and she put the medal on him. So she told him to. I can't really be mad if she told him to. You know what I mean? And maybe he is really taking notes and keeping score. That's cute. That's more than anyone's ever done for me. And you know what? Maybe I am miserable. I'll be called miserable by the most decorated gymnast of all time. I don't really care. I think that's fine. I think in comparison, naturally I am not just miserable, but also lazy, untalented, and all the other things in the caption. I am undeniably that in comparison. So I don't mind. I don't mind this at all. I don't mind this at all. But good to know. Good information to know. I think that given the history of it, naturally, a lot of us saw that and were a little bit like, oh, jerked out of the seat. Whoa. False alarm. Okay.
For those of you unclear as to what she's talking about, the origin story for Jonathan Owens and Simone Biles' road to marriage is that they met on one of those super exclusive dating apps. Well, I think you got to be a millionaire or at the very least have to be invited to join. They met on the app. He saw a picture of her and saw that she was pretty, saw she was fit. He's obviously a fit guy, obviously. And so he matched with her. And he didn't know who she was because he had never been the kind of guy to follow gymnastics. Plus, he's quite literally has his own thing going on with the NFL, and I can only imagine what the training regimen for that is. It's got to be insane. So he's been in his own zone, but he saw a pretty face. He made it happen. She reached out to him, and the rest, as they say, is history. Now, the problem that the Feminists had with this was the fact that he mentions the fact that, hey, I am a prize in the SMV, the sexual marketplace value. I'm tall, I'm handsome, I'm wealthy, I'm in damn good shape, and I didn't get here by accident. I know I'm the kind of man women want. You're not everybody's type, obviously, but a lot of females, I check off a lot of their boxes. He understood that, and he didn't run from that. But in the mind of a vaginal Marxist, you as a man are never supposed to understand your value. How dare you elevate yourself above what we have decided men are, which is trash. They couldn't handle it, and they're still mad about it. They got even more mad when Simone herself doubled down and said, yes, my husband is a prize. Absolutely. That's why I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm wearing his ring. You know, Simone Biles, and I know she didn't intend for this to happen. This was not her objective at all. But what she ended up being was a microcosm of the American black community and the Democrat Party. I know, you follow me on this. She never asked these Feminists to come to her rescue. The American black community never once asked the Democrat Party to ransack our communities. These are the same people who invented the Jim Crow laws. These are the same people who championed slavery. These are the same people who gave us the KKK. But somehow, during the 60s, when they ransacked our families with the welfare system, when they took over the mayorship and the city councils and the judgeships and things of those natures in major cities around the country, the cities have become cesspools, hellholes, with 12% of the population. And because of fatherless homes, which are a direct result of the welfare programs, we commit 40+% of the violent crime. Stop helping us is what black people who think for themselves are saying and have been saying for years. Simone's in the exact same spot with her so-called sisterhood, who should be happy for her. Can't stop running her down, talking about her hair, the same way they talked shit about Gabby Douglas just a few years ago, when she was on her gold journey. Let's get back into it.
Vanessa, you wasn't dropping 30 points every night. Give that man his trophy back. You wasn't a part of the team, Vanessa. You was in the audience. Damn, Mrs. Mahomes, get your hands off that trophy. You wasn't on the field. You wasn't getting dirty for real. You wasn't on that field. Get your hands on the trophy. You was in the audience. Aisha, get your hands off that trophy. You wasn't putting in no work. You was in the audience. I say all that to say this. She just doesn't like men. I can smell it through the phone. You can smell it through the phone. Because there ain't no way you make a whole video about another man wearing his wife's medal. Like, come on, tighten the fuck up. Like, if they didn't win the Super Bowl, or if he ever wins the Super Bowl, she's not going to be holding the trophy. Come on. I just believe people be bitter as hell. They got nothing else better to yap about, so they make videos like this. It's sad to see because it's crazy. It's crazy as hell because I've never seen anyone else talk about this shit.
Exactly. What an indictment of a fictitious point of view that chick had, and so many others like her. We all know that when male athletes accomplish the top of their profession, the first thing they do is share that opportunity with their wife, sometimes their kids if the kids are there. We know this. It's in our nature. And because she's not like them, Simone saw the opportunity to share that with not only her husband, who is now her family legally, and her blood relatives who were there in the audience as well. But I am encouraged a bit because there are women who understand what's going on, and they see the unfair treatment Simone Biles is getting from the sisterhood, the hyenas, and they decide to step their game up and step in and defend her as well. Women of all races, actually. Shout out to them. In fact, I'm gonna let them cook. Roll the clip.
Simone Biles' husband said last year in an interview that he didn't know who she was at a certain time, blah, 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 and y'all have not let it go. He also said that he felt like he was a prize as well, and y'all have not let it go. Meanwhile, Simone followed up by saying he is a prize, and they've been living happily ever after. Oh, here it is. Yesterday, she became the most decorated U.S. Olympic gymnast, and y'all talking about somebody, I bet he know her name now. The musty energy. Of course he knows her name now. They're ShareAlike together. But do you know who doesn't know your name? Simone Biles or her husband. So why do you have such an opinion about their life? See, that's how relationships work. It's not always about who has the most, who has the biggest name, who has the most money and things like that. Sometimes it's actually about what else you bring to the table. So when y'all having that what you bring to the table conversation, make sure it's deeper than finances, okay? Let them people grow and win together.
Now, sister, you know these raggedy busybodies with their coochie smell like a Red Lobster's dumpster are not trying to let anybody have any happiness because they can't have any. They repel happiness. They repel joy. They repel the ability to bond. They aren't going to do that. Try as we might, as much as we wish they would, it's never going to happen.
I think people saying, well, why he wearing the gold medal? Because it's his wife's and she let him. Why are y'all so invested in the demise of the black marriage? Seem to be happy to me. So go and get you one too.
Unpopular opinion, but I do not see a problem with Jonathan Owens wearing Simone's medal in that picture. I remember seeing the men's team being reunited with their family, and all of them were like putting their medals on their moms and their dads. Like, you helped me get here. You helped me win this medal. Like, this is for you too. And I feel like Jonathan helped Simone make her comeback. So I honestly don't see a problem with it. She is letting him celebrate her win with her because he helped her get there. But I know that's a really unpopular opinion, but that's how I feel.
You know what? She's right. I hadn't even thought about it, but there's so much time has passed, so much has happened. But yeah, Simone, speaking of, had a almost complete mental breakdown back in Tokyo in 2020. So much else was going on at that time, with the, virus named after Mexican beer grown from scratch in China. So much happened. But he helped her, effectively nursed her back to health and got her back into her fighting spirit. And look how much has paid off. Hell yeah, he can wear the medal because it's just as much his as it is hers.
Y'all know what really chaps my... If you're the fan, no, you don't. It's hot in Chicago, and I'm not going to be sweaty for y'all. But what really chaps my... is the way that y'all talk about Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles' husband, the one that plays for the Chicago Bears, formerly the Green Bay Packers, the one that plays in the NFL, the one that's got the bag, right? The way that y'all talk about that man, it gives hater. It gives, I'm so bitter. It gives, where's mine? Simone has asked y'all several times to leave her and her husband alone. And y'all just won't let her rest. She put her medal on her husband. Made history yesterday. Put her medal around her husband's neck. And now y'all got a problem with her celebrating with her husband? It's getting weird. It's so weird. Why are y'all mad at that lady for being happy with her husband? What? Do y'all not have hobbies, group chats, a therapist? What is it? Why y'all so mad at that man? Like, look into that. Start with the man in the mirror. Why are you so mad at that man? Why are you so mad at her for being happy with her man? It's giving weird. Y'all gotta cut it out. Simone is happy with her husband. If they wasn't happy, they wouldn't be married. Give it a rest. Thank you.
Mama, I appreciate the sentiment, but you have to understand what you're asking here. You're asking the most useless women to ever walk this planet's surface, modern Western women, to have happiness in their heart for another woman. These hateful heifers to have love in her heart for another woman whose success is multiple gold medals. She's married to a multi-millionaire who's got a great physique, who walks in his masculinity and isn't afraid of it, while she is on the front page of newspapers, on the covers of Wheaties boxes. These women are going to do nothing with their lives. They're nobodies, and they will die lonely, eaten by their cats as nobodies. Their names will vanish from the historical record, while Simone Biles will be known forever. And you're asking these women, these kinds of women, to self-reflect, to make the adjustment, to become better people, to become the kind of women that men actually want for longer than an hour at a time. Listen, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you wanting that for them. The problem is, my sister, they do not want it for themselves. And you can lead a horse to water, but you certainly can't make it drink. I'm gonna wrap it up here, fellas. That's my time. Like the video, comment down below. Share it with a friend and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Networkers, we working. Until next time.